Hey guys, what's up? The Explorer 4 here, Warboy 465, and welcome back to another broadcast. And this is a broadcast that is a little bit overdue, and we have finally got Colton back in a live stream. It's been a little bit, and I do apologize for that. Yeah.
Tomorrow I have to show my face.
Oh yeah, Colton's got his face reveal tomorrow because he did promise. We've mentioned this in other videos. If you guys remember right, Colton promised to do his face reveal tomorrow, so you guys are actually gonna see.
Not tomorrow, after WrestleMania, but oh well.
All right. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I don't know. I don't know if Colton, you want to?
Yeah, I planned it for a while.
Well,
you haven't watched it yet, and I gotta get him to watch it first.
Yeah.
Tomorrow he's spending the night, and we're gonna watch that and Takeover. And we're halfway, I think, done with Takeover, so maybe we'll get to watch that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. I did not see WrestleMania this year because after the Rumble, I kind of just stopped watching for a little bit. And just for me, WrestleMania, I don't want to say too much right now because I'm going to save it for the WrestleMania review. But as far as the hype goes and stuff, you know, as far as Raw and SmackDown hyping it up, I thought that was pretty bad. I thought, you know, the hype was awful. I can already say that because I've already seen stuff and clips and everything from Raw and SmackDown. The hype was awful. The hype was so bad, guys, that I forgot it was on the day that it was. I was like,
I texted you.
Yeah, he texted me, and that was how I knew it was happening. I'm like, wait, what? WrestleMania today? I did not see one advertisement for WrestleMania. The only time I see an advertisement for WrestleMania when it was either wrestling-related content or if it was on WWE's channel. Now, tell me how sad that is, guys.
They didn't build it up a lot.
Yeah, the hype was really bad. That's why I didn't really get into it because I'm like, well, they're not building up too well, and the card didn't look that well. At least from when we got the news about Roman Reigns versus Taker, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna put Roman Reigns against Undertaker. And as you guys know, Undertaker was defeated, which we'll get into that a little bit more in detail with the WrestleMania review, but it was just the fact that it's a sad thing, but it was Undertaker's last match. But I just wish it wasn't Reigns. That's the big problem. Reigns did not need to go up against Taker. There's a whole list of other people who could have went up against Taker and could have beaten him.
Asia.
Sammy, if they would give him the chance.
Right.
And speaking of Roman Reigns, this video today is going to be a continued discussion on Roman Reigns. We did the original discussion, which I'll leave a link in the description below to that video, a long time ago. Back in the time before, I believe it was before the brand split. It was before the brand split because, when the brand split happened, we made a video on that, like the day after the brand split happened or something like that.
We did.
Yeah, and we did that new era because it was supposedly the new era with a new roster and a new plan, and there's two rosters.
And they still haven't got the new era.
Exactly, that's also a big problem. Like, we made that video months and months ago. I think it was maybe even during the summer. I think it was like midsummer when they went to when they split the roster up, but it still hasn't changed, and that's a big reason why I don't really want to watch anymore. The only thing I'll watch that has the WWE logo on it is documentaries, because I love the documentaries. The documentaries are amazing. I would say WWE, they make some amazing documentaries. I watch those, and I'll watch NXT. I don't really watch Raw and SmackDown anymore. The only time I do is if it's Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. That's the only time I watch.
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
Crap.
I can actually watch NXT because I have Hulu. And they put every episode of NXT on.
I forgot about NXT Wednesday. Dang it. I feel mad.
I know. It's hard to keep up with that because you got to think Monday night is always Raw. Tuesday is SmackDown. And Wednesday. So you're watching three straight days.
Tuesday's 205 too.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just definitely a different kind of schedule. If you're a WWE fan, you got to keep up with a lot of stuff. Well, if you want to keep up with NXT, it's Wednesday, but it's only about an hour long. That's the good thing about NXT. They chose the smart way. They went with just an hour, which is enough time. I think Raw and SmackDown being 3 hours long.
SmackDown's not 3 hours long.
It's not?
No.
Well, Raw.
It's only 8 till. I think it starts at 8 and ends at 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
I
like
could have
Raw.
sworn I switched to 3 hours, but well, at least for Raw's point of view, the 3 hours is a little bit too much. I mean, it shows if NXT and SmackDown can do it, Raw can do it. Come on, Raw, you can make it 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half, but 3 hours.
Hour and a half. What the heck?
I don't know. They could get it done in at least an hour or two, or an hour and a half. I'm not gonna say 2 hours because even that's too long. But you gotta think, most of that time is commercials. Like you think about it,
True.
like I think every mid match is a commercial, and every ending of a promo is a commercial. So it's definitely different. Yeah. This is way off topic. I know you guys are like, well, we haven't heard you guys talk about Roman Reigns at all, but this is a discussion continued about Roman Reigns, and oh boy, has it changed. Oh boy.
For you.
Talk about the evolution of W. Yeah, you guys are gonna be hearing a lot of rage coming from me. Not from Coltin probably, because I think he's giving Roman Reigns a chance, which is totally respectful.
I'm not giving him a chance. I'm giving him a freebie. Everyone gets it in their career. I'm giving him a freebie because, for one, it's not his fault. It's the writer's fault, and it's Vince's fault. Write him something good, and if Vince would see, oh, he's a face, but he's getting booed out of every building. Let's have him turn heel and have him go on a rampage and just beat up everybody. Not like doesn't say anything on the mic, maybe like one thing like he did on Raw. This is my yard. He only says like that, and then he'll just beat the holy crap out of everybody.
Right, and that's actually a very good thing to do because I do believe that everybody deserves another chance, but for me, it's just I gave Roman a chance because when the first time he messed up, I was like, okay, I'll give him a second chance. And then when it came down to especially like late 2016 and early 2017, it's just like a personal opinion I got, man. Like it went downhill for Reigns. And the bad thing is, before I even get into the discussion, because when people are like, well, Roman Reigns can't control it. It's the writer's fault. The writers are the ones who come up with the ideas. Exactly. That's the big problem with me. I'm not this guy who's like, well, Roman Reigns should die and he should go kill himself. No.
Oh my.
That dude has so many death threats. It's freaking crazy. But, I'm not like that. I think he does deserve another chance. It's just every time I give him a chance, the writers mess it up for me. I'm just not that. I still have a Roman Reigns t-shirt. Trust me, guys. I still got it. He's got more than me.
I only got 2.
He's got 2. So I got 1. He's got 1 more than me.
I have the same one as you, and I got another one that says something about fight.
Hit hard. You got the hit hard, hit often shirt.
I think it said something like that. Hit hard, hit often, or something like that.
Yeah, that shirt's pretty cool too. I didn't mind his not his newest one, but the one he had.
Oh yeah, I also got a glove. I also got a glove and another thing on his hand.
He does have the glove, which is pretty cool. But I know, like, it's just like, well, with Roman Reigns, everybody's booing him. See, I'm not hating Roman Reigns. I'm just not really as big as a fan as I was. It's just personally, I feel like over this time, and I was trying, and that's why it's
you
like
defended him with your life. He was like, no,
exactly,
no, he should be booed. Give him a chance. And I'm sitting here like, holy crap, you're really defending this man like your life. I'm like, how are you doing this? Like, I don't even defend him that well. Like, oh my lord.
Yeah, and it's like it's kind of crazy how like now it's total difference. It's like I don't know. I think it was just a bad combination of different things the writers did with them, and the combination of just how this show has gotten. Because honestly, man, I'm being honest. When the brand split happened, I thought the show was going to get amazing. I thought it was going to get way, way better than it was. Because I think it's better, but I don't think it's to that point where I can say it's amazing. Because the thing with 2016, and that's why, and that year alone was just a bad year for WWE. And when you think about it, before the brand split, there was just not anything going on. Everybody was injured. And the people they had in there, and the people they had in there just weren't interesting. They kept trying to push people that
wasn't who was injured? I think Neville was injured. I know Sammy, I think, was injured.
Cena got injured.
Seth was injured.
Seth got injured.
Seth was injured for a
Sting
while.
was
Finn was
injured.
injured. Finn, that was the big
Daniel
one.
Bryan was still injured, but then he announced retirement later.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys know how Colton is with Daniel Bryan.
Amazing wrestler. I just hated his character. Amazing wrestler. Hated his character. Like
I will say this, man. His fans sometimes take it a little too seriously.
No.
Just saying.
Here's the whole thing. This is why everyone boos Roman Reigns now, and will probably boo him until he retires, or if they don't fix it. It's because of Daniel Bryan fans. And I don't want to hear, well, I'm a Daniel Bryan fan. No, you booed him. Don't lie. When he beat Daniel Bryan on Fastlane, fair to face, I think it was Brock or someone.
What, for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Brock.
It was Brock.
That was when
he beat Daniel Bryan clearly, and every Daniel Bryan fan was butthurt to the point where they booed him out of every building. That's the only reason why he's getting booed out of every building, was because of that and how they writ his scripts and how he talked about it. And now that the fact he beat Taker, that's the thing that's killed his career right there. He has a nuclear X on him saying, if you hear his music, if you see him out in public, you boo this man, because he just ended pretty much everyone's childhood that's between the ages of probably 18 to 40. He ended their childhood, basically. And I'm probably going to get, well, then Brock ended too? Well, it's Brock Lesnar. You can't. No, the only person that could beat Brock is Goldberg. And you see what happened at Mania.
Yeah, he came back. Although, technically speaking, I think Goldberg is as like over Brock, because he beat him twice.
He beat him 3.
He beat him 3 times, because he also eliminated him in the Royal Rumble too.
No, he beat him back in that one WrestleMania when Soho was the referee.
Yeah, 2004.
He beat him when he came back. He eliminated him at the Rumble. He beat him again. So he beat him like 4 times. And then Brock beat him only once.
He beat him. Oh, yeah, he did beat him twice. I swear they had the rematch and he beat him again. So, in a way, he won 3 times plus the elimination, making 4. Technically, I guess people say, well, it's the Royal Rumble. It's not an elimination.
He still speared him and then threw him over like nothing, like no one else could have done that.
So, I don't know what you guys call it. Just an elimination. I'd call it domination.
That's exactly what he did. He's dominated Brock. That's the only person that we've seen dominate Brock.
Exactly.
And now Brock's back with the title.
Brock's been unstoppable though, like ever since. Yeah, he's gonna be unstoppable for a while.
I like Brock's character. I just hate him having the belt because he's never on Raw, and you can say the same thing about Goldberg. But it's different. Like, Brock's never on Raw. You never see him. You never see the belt, and then he'll face like, I'll just send out a name, AJ Styles, and just squash him in like 15 minutes, and then that's it.
Yeah.
It gets the belt and leaves, and then boom.
Yeah, usually when Brock gets the belt, he has it for a long time because he usually doesn't show up to another pay-per-view. Or he might show up on Raw because he has to.
Yeah, he did. I remember, I think it was the Raw pay-per-view when he had it up. He wasn't there. I remember that. He was not there.
He was supposed to be, I think.
He was, but then he didn't show up, so I was kind of mad at that.
I think they did an emergency script change. They filled that in on that Raw. They was like, okay, we got to get something real.
No, it was a pay-per-view, not Raw.
Pay-per-view?
Yeah, it was pay-per-view.
I thought you said Raw.
No,
there was time on Raw he did that too.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's probably a couple times he did that.
But it's the same, like, just, I don't like how they booked Roman. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, we don't want him being unstoppable, getting pushed to the mountain. We want different people. Like, I want to see Neville have a belt. Big belt, not the Cruiserweight belt. I want to see Neville have a U.S. or actually the world title. I'm a huge Neville fan. I want to see Sami Zayn have the World Heavyweight Championship, because Sami has been working his tail off, and they've been jobbing him out since he's been there. Same thing with Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor, Ty Dillinger, all them guys that came up on SmackDown, and the I can't say their name, Rival.
The Rival.
Yeah, them.
They're good.
WWE better not job them like they did for Sami and Neville. Like, they know not to job Shinsuke.
Yeah, if they do that, they're going to be instant. I swear, if Vince decides to job Shinsuke, he's out of his mind.
He's out of his mind.
He's crazy.
I can understand maybe Ty for little bit, but not for like months, like Sammy. Like job probably like maybe a little bit, but then have him like come back and win the Intercontinental Championship or something like that.
I just hope it doesn't go the Neville route. You know, they brought him up, he had a good debut, and after that, they never.
Yeah, I remember Neville's debut. He almost beat Seth for the title.
It was good. I thought it was a great match.
And then he got hurt, and then he just fell off the world. And then he came back, and he's got a cruiserweight belt, which is actually pretty good finally. Mm-hmm. But I want to see them take Neville to the next stop, like having win the U.S. champion, be the first cruiserweight U.S. champion. If that's the thing. Like having beat Kevin Owens for the U.S. title.
Yeah, that would be good. I think the bad thing that I really hope doesn't happen for these future NXT debuts and stuff on the main roster is that the philosophy that Vince McMahon has is he's still thinking the old school way. You know, if you're a big guy, you should be the guy. If not, then you're not the guy. Well, it's different. This generation of wrestling is different.
Sees that in a whole different way. That's why I can't wait for Triple H to be the main thing. But Triple H, I know he will turn heads. I already know he won't have Brock as champion. I already know that. He'll have Finn as champion or someone else as champion, like Sammy, hopefully. Like I want to see Sammy have a belt. And I think that can happen. Yeah. Sammy's worked his hardest and I know he can. And we're getting off topic again.
I know. Still not talking about Roman Reigns. It's complicated because
we should have changed the title saying Roman Reigns with other opinions.
Yeah, with like a little bit of Roman Reigns.
With Vince's opinion.
Yeah, the WWE mix. Call it the mix of WWE.
Again, it's just so hard to talk about Roman because
it's complicated.
It's complicated. Like everyone hates him, and you're sitting here, and you're like, well, what do I say? Do I say I hate him, or do I defend him? Like we defended him the one time we did it. We defended him, and now we're hypocrites because that was. You're hating on him. I'll give him a freebie. Yeah, that's not his fault. That's the writer's fault. That's Vince's fault. They could have had anyone else. They could have had Finn do it.
Yeah, this isn't to the guy personally, and that's why I'm like wanting to say it because like, well, Roman Reigns can't help it.
Vince, it's his character, not him personally.
It's not him.
If they would have just changed his character, he'd be fine. He'd honestly be good. He'd be. That's why I've been thinking like they just need to have him fake an injury and like come back with no vest, different ring gear, new attitude towards the crowd. Like actually turn him heel and be like if they start booing him, just be like, I'll give you something to boo for, and just flip off the whole crowd and start beating up baby faces like Sammy. I feel bad for Sammy now.
Yes.
We're using him as an example. Big Show.
It makes sense.
Big Show. Orton. If you go for SmackDown, Jeff Hardy, make him beat up Jeff Hardy that other back, but then I was kind of.
To be honest,
beat up Matt. No one cares.
No one cares.
Poor Matt, though. But
unless he's broken. If he's broken,
don't beat up Matt. I care. I don't know who.
If he's broken,
I don't know who this jobbers. Just make him face jobbers. You don't ever see like what they did with Nia and Carmella and Braun. Freaking just sending jobbers out there you never would see. But then they'll probably get popular than he is.
That's true. But it's like, it's Colton's giving him a freebie, which I do really appreciate.
Or having freaking manhandle Brock Lesnar. That would shut up a lot of people. Have him manhandle Brock Lesnar.
If they did that, I can't tell you how much Roman Reigns would look a powerhouse. But at the same time, that's the problem. The main problem with Roman Reigns right now is. It's like a weird thing. Vince doesn't want to make him a heel, and he said because he wants to be like John Cena.
But Triple H has already said he is.
Yeah, they're battling over it. They don't know what to do.
Vince wants him as a babyface. H wants him as a heel.
Exactly.
And Vince is going to be his way because he's still in the freaking main office, and Triple H is trying to make him see if you don't turn him heel, he's going to get booed out of every building no matter what you do, and probably get maybe shot or stabbed if you're not careful with him.
Yeah, and Vince is just looking at it though. He's like, well, if he's gonna be the guy of WWE, because he's trying to make him the face.
I don't understand. He is not a Cena 2.0. There will never be another John Cena, as this company is. He is the only John Cena. He's the only Roman Reigns. He's the only Seth Rollins. He's the only Jeff Hardy. You will not get another one of them people.
It's like Sami Zayn. They tried saying they're going to try and give Sami Zayn the Daniel Bryan route.
I would not like that.
Yeah, they should make it Sami.
You already knew how I felt about Daniel Bryan's character. I hated this character. I honestly do. Now, if they did that to Sami, I'd be a little upset because, one, Sami's a good wrestler, and I like his mic skills as it is, and he's good. And then they make him all into a yes man, no man, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting here like, really, this again, and I don't want to see this.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's two ends of the spectrum. Like, Colton is over here, and I'm like over here. So if you're a Daniel Bryan fan, listen, don't worry. It's okay. I'm not going to say anything. But if you're a Roman Reigns fan, if you're still a Roman Reigns fan, I commend you. Yeah, I commend Colton for giving him a second chance. I commend everybody giving him a second chance.
I always give someone a freebie next year. Like Brock Lesnar, history, he was at WrestleMania when he beat Undertaker for the first time. That was his freebie. AJ Styles, I don't think he'll ever get a freebie because he's just so.
Yeah, he's the phenomenal one. I don't think I'll ever hate AJ Styles, even if he is a heel.
He is a heel.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. Even if he is a heel, and if he's a face too, like
Finn Balor, I'm never gonna hate Finn Balor. There's no way. There's no way. If he turns heel, he starts beating up on babyfaces. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
think they should turn Finn Balor heel. Can you imagine that?
Oh my lord!
A dark Finn Balor with
dark Finn Balor
hunting people down. Yeah, hunting people down and like backstage. You
just see
him attack people. Yeah,
oh my lord! Vince, do that.
Please, Vince. That's a free idea. We were begging.
Free idea.
It will get you a better rating.
Same thing with Seth. I gave Seth a freebie because when he was in that championship run, it was kind of annoying because he did get away with so much stuff. Like he was like winning by disqualification and count outs. Like I think they need to change that. If you get disqualified or count out, you lose the belt. Period. Because that's the most stupidest thing. Because they'll just sit out the ring. One.
I know. Well,
they'll get a chair like boom. Like, come on now.
Well, they think it's because it gives them a chance to say, well, this person could beat him for the belt, but it's not for the championship. But it's supposed to, I guess, we're supposed to like give the person like the audience confidence or something that this person could win the belt.
And honestly, I kind of gave CM Punk a freebie, which was kind of hard because when I first started watching, I was young. I didn't understand face, heel. I liked who I liked. I didn't like who I liked. And when Punk turned heel and started going after Eric Taker, I was like, oh, I don't like this guy now. But now, looking back at it, I was like, oh, wow, I'm an idiot. Because
he was one of the greatest. CM Punk was like one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
He's one of the greatest heels.
Definitely. One of the greatest heels. Even as a face, man, like the crowd made him a face. He was trying his hardest to be a heel, but the crowd just loved him. The only time
he honestly was a heel was when he was in his Jesus phase. That was the
only time that was great though. I watched that back.
I watched that back.
Awesome. That was great.
Jesus.
And they hated him.
I know. People hated him.
He was shaving people bald. I'm like, this is some great stuff. Why can't heels today do this? I think the problem with the heels, this is also off topic, but the problem with heels today.
We're gonna go off topic.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry, we're gonna get right back in the reins. But you know, the problem with heels nowadays is like they literally the only thing they do is come out and just say they're gonna do something. Back in the day, heels were much more physical. They beat the living crap out of people, and they made you believe it. Nowadays, like, well, we'll wait till Battleground to settle this out. No, back in the day, it was let's get some tables, let's get some chairs, let's get some barbed wire and tacks.
That was an ECW type thing.
Well, yeah, but you got to think about it. Even back when the Ruthless Aggression era and Attitude era, it was like blood. People was attacking people. Yeah, JBL choking John Cena with his chain and stuff. Like, great stuff. Like nowadays, it's like, well, we're gonna settle at Payback.
It's just, and I hate to say it, but it's just too PG. Like they need
way too PG.
They honestly do need to go back to PG-14. And I hate how, and this is gonna sound hypocritical, but I hate how everyone says the Attitude Era was like the greatest era. It's really, looking back at it, it is the greatest era, but the matches were terrible.
I thought about that too. When I was watching, because over here I got some VHS tapes of like old school Attitude Era stuff. Some of those matches were really good. Like I thought that Mick Foley versus I think
Rock.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Yeah. But when you watch Raw, I see a couple of the Raw matches. I know what you mean. The matches are like really slow, and you can tell that times the wrestling was fake. But what you were saying is like there's something else that makes Attitude Era
like
the Attitude Era.
Like they need for this era, they honestly need to go back to the Attitude Era, but not like so like the wrestling wise. Keep the wrestling as it is. Wrestling's great.
Yeah, the wrestling's awesome.
And then turn it to the Attitude Era, where the cuss so they don't get bleeped out. But oh my lord, I remember SmackDown. Oh, I was laughing off. Oh, it was so funny when John Cena called Miz something that I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, we try to keep this show PG as well, guys, so everybody can watch it. Well, at least PG-13. I would, but there's times where I do cuss on the videos.
I've never heard you cussing on your videos. I would probably have to watch
it's a very rare thing. I'll show you a couple clips, but very rare thing. But what would you say, though? What would you say?
About what, Roman?
No, like after what you said, I want to hear what you said.
Oh, about Cena calling Miz the girl thing.
The girl's downstairs.
Yeah, that's what he called him. And he literally roasted the Miz. I mean, he told Miz off. Like, he said, what do you got? He said, how long y'all been married? What are you, firing blanks down there, bub? I was like, oh my lord, he is letting him have it. Miz is just sitting there and he has to take it. I'm like, that's the only time I feel bad for the Miz, because y'all already know I'm not the biggest fan of him.
Yeah, I hate the Miz too.
I fired him in a heartbeat. And Braun, but
Braun to me is the Miz to him.
Braun's kind of. I follow him on Instagram now, and looking at his real life, he has a cool real life. Like he goes outside, he has wilderness, he does stuff like that. He's actually probably a cool guy. But I hate his character. I hate his character so much.
Yeah. But what would you say though? Let's get right back into Roman Reigns, because we're swerving off a different direction. But we promise, guys. From here, we'll be trying our best.
No, we're not.
Trying our best.
No, we're not.
Yeah. No, we're not, guys. To discuss Roman Reigns. But what would you say is different now than what was then when we discussed Reigns? Like what's different? What's changed to the point where it's either worse or it's not as good?
Well, his wrestling has gotten better.
Yes, I will say that.
His mic skills have gotten better.
I don't know about that one.
You really think suffering succotash is really the best thing he can say?
Well, I don't know about that.
Exactly. His mic skills have improved, but they're still garbage.
The bad thing is, like, he probably could improve. It's just there's not much to his mic skills right now.
The thing
he doesn't say much.
The thing that's just disappointing with him now is the writers. Like, they don't know how to write for him.
Yeah.
And it's not really his fault, but he can step up and say, hey, I don't want to do this. Like, he could have told Vince, like, I'm not being number 30. They already hate me. They're gonna hate me more. He could have told Vince, I'm not facing Taker at Mania. You can get Finn, you can get someone else. I'm not doing it. They already hate me. I'm not getting booed. And I remember I showed you that picture of Roman Reigns backstage, and this is why I gave him a freebie, because he was literally backstage after he beat Taker, crying his eyes out. And the picture said, when you just had to do the hardest thing in your whole career and everybody still hates your guts for it. That is the one thing I'm giving him the freebie on, because he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. There's no way. There was no one in the history of WWE that wants to go, okay, I'll go in Undertaker and have him retire. It's just, no. I don't see anyone doing that. Like, it's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I do. Part of me feels bad for him, like, as far as, like, personal, like, the real Roman Reigns is a person I have respect for, because he seemed like a really chill dude. He's a family man. He's always there for his family.
That's why I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he's always, like, the real Roman Reigns, I have a lot of respect for. Like, that part of Roman Reigns' character, I think, is an awesome part of Roman Reigns' character. For me, the Roman Reigns character that I now hate is what the writers have created, and as far as the wrestling persona of Roman Reigns, because you guys know me. I was a big fan of Roman Reigns. I was a huge fan of Roman Reigns. I think the big reason why I'm not a fan of Roman Reigns anymore is because of what the writers have done for Roman Reigns. Like, they literally have made him a 3-word guy, which was one of the things I wanted. I wanted to be a 3-word guy. But the worst part about it all...
This is my...
4-word guy. Yeah, 4-word guy.
Hold up. Yeah, that's not even 3. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not the good guy. I'm the guy. That's more like 13.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, he's very few words, which is a good thing. That was something I wanted. But the bad thing about right now, the worst thing that they're doing with his character is they're making it to where they're not making up their mind. Is he a bad guy or is he a good guy? I hate that line where he says, "Well, I'm not a bad guy, I'm not good. I'm the guy." I know, but I just hate it so much.
I hated it too.
But it's just like any more of the writers, and it's Vince's fault because I don't know. I've heard that Vince was involved with some of the storylines and stuff.
Real quick, the thing that makes me mad is that everyone dogs on Vince, but then all of a sudden when he comes to the arena, everyone cheers him out of the building.
Yeah, like I can say, like I have problems for what he's done, but I can still say I have respect for what he's made.
I have respect for what he made. But
there's some stuff that I don't agree with what he does.
Needs to freaking fix. Yeah. Roman.
Yes.
One of them. Sammy. Push that man. Push Neville. Push some guys that need to be pushed and take some time for the older ones, like to back off. Like, you know how I've seen him forever? Kane. I have not seen that.
I know. Where is he at? He's not retired. He's still on the roster. Because
I don't know where that man is. I don't know if he's like the young guys now because he realizes that. But how the heck is Big Show still doing this? This man is skinny. Got a six-pack. Why? Why do you do this? He does this every time. He's done this like 4 times, I think, or 3. He'll get injured. He'll get in shape. He'll come back in shape. And the next thing you know, he's out of shape again. Gets injured. Gets in shape. Yada, yada, yada. But this time he didn't get injured. I think he did it because he wanted to better himself.
Yeah, I think I've seen definitely a big difference with Big Show. No pun intended. But, it's just like with Roman Reigns, though. It's like discussing Roman Reigns. It's hard for me to talk about it because I don't want to completely bash the character because you do make a good point. The real Roman Reigns doesn't deserve that. He deserves respect for what he does because it's not easy to do that. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize how hard that was to do, and then and it's just like when people don't appreciate that aspect, when you don't look at the Roman Reigns character, because this is just me speaking out of the character, the actual dude. People are saying to him death threats and to kill himself. For me and Colton, that's freaking ridiculous. Right. I mean, that should not be happening. That's stupid. I think it's stupid to do that.
And I'll probably get hate for this, probably in your comments, but
keep the heat at minimum, guys. Come on.
WWE fans are the most easiest triggered people you ever meet. That and football fans of I'll tell you from sports teams that are triggered. But wrestling fans are triggered. Like Steelers fans, they're triggered real easy. New England fans, they're triggered. They're triggered so fast.
I'm joking. I'm somewhat of a New England.
You're a 49er fan.
Yeah, I'm more of a 49er. I'm a 49ers guy. I would say that.
Hockey, Blackhawks, Pittsburgh Penguin fan. I think Red Wings. That used to be Red Wings fans. Baseball. I don't really know a lot of baseball fans that get triggered easily. Basketball fans, probably Warriors fans, Cavs fans, and probably like almost every team because literally, if you say the Warriors suck to a Warriors fan, they get beyond mad and they're like, "We won an NBA championship," and yada yada yada. Same thing with Cavs fans, but oh my lord, like wrestling fans, for like if you say like Danny Bryan. For me, I don't like his character, and I remember when I said that in like the group, like a group chat of like a whole bunch of wrestling fans, like I think it was Amnesia or something like that. The thing you should not
Amino? Yeah, that's good. It's really good.
Said that in like the whole thing. I gave my opinions on like all these wrestlers. I said I like Roman. This is like I like Roman Reigns. I like Roman Reigns. I like Seth Rollins. I don't like Danny Bryan. Flooded with comments, you suck. How do you not like Danny Bryan? He was a good wrestler. Go kill yourself. I was like, go kill yourself over my opinion, and you're gonna tell me to go kill myself over an opinion.
Exactly, man.
What does that do for you? Let's say I do kill myself. What does that prove for you? Oh, I made me kill himself. That's on you. You just have a person kill themselves because of what you just said.
That should be a bad thing.
You should feel guilty for that.
I never got that, man. It's like people think it's not. Well, people say it. They think, well, it didn't mean too much harm by it. No, to tell someone to kill themselves is such a low level thing to do, and like a disgusting thing to say. Like I've never said to anybody, like in a serious manner. There's been a couple times where like, oh, yeah, joking around and stuff, but I never actually said it in a serious tone, like, hey, go kill yourself or not. That's freaking horrible. Nobody should say that in a serious way.
And how do you think Roman Reigns feels getting that every day? Go kill yourself. Go kill yourself. No one likes you. Go kill yourself. It's ridiculous. Like I feel bad for the guy. That's why I'm giving free passes. Not
to be honest, man. Yeah, to be honest, man. Those of you out there listening that are wrestling fans as well, like just chill for a second. Bear with me. I know some really, really great, awesome wrestling fans. Our friend John, he's a great guy. Big wrestling fan. He's awesome. My friend Coltin right here, he's a big wrestling fan, and he's freaking awesome because he doesn't bash people for their opinions. But for me, I was used to the horror community for a long time, and the horror community is so chill. We are so chill. Really we are like the most fun and mellow and chill group you could be a part of.
You can say a movie sucks, and they're like, oh.
Okay, well, we got another recommendation for you.
No, they'll be like, oh, I like that movie. But, oh, well, here's another movie.
Yeah, well, that's how we are. We'll think you'll like this movie. So
but then there are them sons that they do.
Yeah, there are those few. There's always a few. Like if you're a fanatic of anything that you do, you're always gonna have those people who are like that. But I noticed it a lot with WWE, and like I said, there are good ones.
There were a lot of good ones.
John, a lot of my other friends.
There's a lot of good ones that are out there, but then there's also a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
That kind of need to like chill.
Yeah, it was definitely a different because when I came back into wrestling and I started sharing my opinions, people started getting mad at me. I'm like, whoa, chill, because I wasn't used to that. Because in the horror community, I said something, people just sort of rolled with it and they'd recommend movies. It was all chill. With WWE, of course, there were people like, well, I don't like that movie. That movie sucks. How would you say that if you like this movie, but you hate this movie, or in the movie that you hate? Like, there were a few people that were like that, but in general, it was very chill. But like I said, there's still a few that did that. But in WWE, when I started saying, well, I'm not a big fan of this wrestler, I'm not a big fan of that wrestler, I don't think they're good characters, people was trying to roast me and stuff, and it was pretty crazy. But at the same time, there were also people who agreed. There were also people who were cool about it. But I will say this: some fans, I think the problem is some fans want change to happen so fast that WWE can't produce it fast enough.
Right.
And then when they do try to change it, the fans, they turn total 180 and they go, well, we don't want that. Yeah, we're like, well, we want this now. It's like WWE tries to slowly get it done, and they don't appreciate it. They're saying, well, this sucks, and
yeah, I
you suck, and then they're saying
that. One of the things they slowly did, and I think it was with CM Punk. I remember a lot of people were like, I want CM Punk heel. And they slowly started building him heel, and all of a sudden everyone's like, I want him back to a face. And they're like, you just turned him heel.
Yeah.
You just wanted that, and all of a sudden you're like, you want him face again. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, and the thing about WWE is it's a big corporation, so it takes a while for things to change because, when they change one thing, they change several things. Because you got to think about it. When a wrestler goes from a face to a heel, you got to change their persona. You got to change the profile. You got to change the attire. You got to change their online stuff. The store stuff, I mean, you're talking about a lot of stuff. It takes a long time to do stuff like that. But some of the wrestling fans, not all, like I said, not all, but some they don't really appreciate it when WWE tries to change. They just keep on snapping their fingers and saying, come on, change. But it's not like that. That's not, in my opinion, that's just not realistic. There's no way WWE can change that fast. But there are a few fans that do that. But in general, there's also a lot of cool fans. But I can definitely see where you're coming from, man. There's a lot of fans out there that are just a little too hostile on opinions, a little too hostile on WWE in general. Like, I seriously believe they're trying their best to change, but just the unappreciation level is just, like, very high. And people are like, well, what are you talking about? I mean, you're saying that Roman Reigns is a bad character and stuff. But I'm not going on here and saying, well, I want a million things done. I want it all changed. I want it to be done in a couple of weeks. And if it's not done in a couple of weeks, then I'm not satisfied. And I'm not saying death threats and stuff. I'm just saying in general, what the writers have done with Roman Reigns is terrible because, you know, they're not making up their mind. He's becoming a very bland character where, okay, we're going to take him, which is a neat idea to make it different. But when you think about it, it makes him more typical because they said, well, we're going to take him out of the stands and we're going to put him in an entrance into the stage, which is different. I will say that. It's different. It's fresh and new. But at the same time, some people point out that it makes him more of like a typical wrestler because when you thought about Roman Reigns, you thought of him coming down the stairs. Even after everybody else stopped, after Ambrose stopped, after Rollins stopped, Reigns still came down the stairs. It was something that you thought of when you thought of Roman Reigns. And now it's just he comes out, which I don't hate it. People are like, well, it's just kind of stale though because like he comes out, walks to the ring, does a few things, but it's just not the same. Like it's different than what it used to be. But it is a fresh new thing. I'll give him that. But there's that, and there's just the fact that there's a lack of dialogue, a lack of WWE's interest in making dialogue for him,
Right.
a lack of any motivation for WWE to push him. Well, not to push him. They have a lot of motivation to do that.
Oh,
but
too much.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah, like Vince McMahon is like always trying to push Reigns, always. But you know, it's just like the way they're doing it isn't working, and they're seeing that it's not working. Vince is seeing that it's not working, but he's not doing anything about to change it. And that's just the bad thing about Roman Reigns' character right now. It's not even Roman Reigns himself; it's the writers.
I feel like he's tried to tell him, like, hey, I don't want to do this no more. I want to be something different. Please turn me heel. Make me something different. I don't want this no more. And they don't listen.
I have a bad feeling that they do that too, man. Like I was wondering that too. I'm like, I wonder if Reigns really wants to go heel. I mean, I'm wondering that. I wonder if he really wants to turn the tables around and really take the WWE Universe by surprise. But it's like at the same time, yeah, they just like, well, we can't risk that because they want you to be like John Cena. They want you to be the main guy, the main dude.
What if
and
to
do that be a face?
Cena? What if he wants to be heel? And
I mean, look at Stone Cold. I mean, he was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And technically speaking, wasn't he a heel?
No,
technically, he was face. When he first joined, yeah,
he was a heel, and then everyone just started loving him, and then he's just saying, "Oh yeah, turn face."
Yeah, they turned him face, and then he went heel in like 2002.
Yeah,
with Vince.
And he still technically was a heel, and everyone just started loving. You couldn't hate
Stone Cold.
You couldn't hate him no matter what he did.
Same with Hogan. I mean, he was a heel. People still cheered. You can
have
hate
good
Hogan.
Heels. You can't hate Hogan. Well, you can hate Rock. Stone Cold, and you can't hate. There's always another guy you can't hate. Probably AJ. You can't hate AJ. Like this is our generation's AJ. Like
Hogan and
Stone Cold and AJ. Rock. You can't hate AJ. There's no way. Or Finn. You can't hate Finn.
Yeah, there's no way I'll ever hate Finn.
If someone hates Finn, I don't know who it would be, but if someone hates him, I'll be shocked. There's gonna be that one person. I hate Finn. Why? Why?
But what would you say, like, to fix the character? I think it could be fixed.
But
okay. What would you say, like, would fix him? I think it could be fixed. But
he can be fixed. If I got a hold of him, he'd be fixed. Lose the vest. Everybody hates that stupid vest. Lose it.
You had it with three WrestleManias. That same designed vest
with different colors.
And you got to count the whole year too.
He's never got out of it since the Shield. When he was in NXT, he didn't have a shield.
He
had
regular trunks. Yeah. He had regular attire.
Lose the vest. Put him in trunks. I was sitting on some pencils. Put him in some trunks. Redo his character, like make him say less, beat up people, have him cut his hair a little bit, like make him like have like short hair, not like really short, like buzz cut, because everyone's gonna be like, oh my God.
Remember that picture I sent to you on Facebook and he was bald? I was like, what do you think about Reigns? Dude, look, you're like, is that seriously a new picture? I'm like, nah, just I'm like,
I showed my mom and she was like, he's ugly. And I was like, so that's the only reason why you like him, because of his hair. And he's sexy. She was like, no, he's a good wrestler. I was like, okay, so we're cheering if he went bald? She shut up. Like, exactly.
Oh, man.
Cut his hair, lose the vest, get him some trunks, have him beat up people. I think he should get that's Seth. Seth thinks he's a finisher, not him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just starts to power bombing people through a lot of tables. I think if he starts to power bombing people through tables and just making them bleed, I think everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I like him now. He's going against Vince. He's going heel. He's turning his own path. He ain't saying much." Like I remember when I fell in love with his character. I've always loved his character, but until recently. But
yeah, same. Me, 100% though. No more Reigns for me.
I remember it was a fatal 4-way between him, Kevin Owens, and 2 other guys. I think it was Dean, and I said it was someone else. I think it was Orton maybe.
Wait, what was it?
A fatal 4-way. I cannot remember who else the other guys were. No, it was him and Kevin Owens. I remember that. It was Big Cass and someone else. I never know. Big Cass. Whoever. I think it was Seth. I think Seth has a dog. I don't know. I can't remember. I know it was 3. But I remember, like, Kevin Owens was talking so much crap about him. He stood up, put the mic to his face, just dropped him. Bam! Hit him.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Hang on, guys. Someone just threw something at my window real quick. Yeah. You see him out there? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties here. Yeah. Maybe it was that one person throwing a flip-flop from the window.
Oh, it's raining. Bad.
You think it was a freaking bird?
Maybe.
It probably was. Well, anyways, guys, I'm actually kind of glad we got that on like the actual broadcast. You guys can say you can hear that. That was loud. You guys probably heard that. That was a freaking bird or something.
I didn't see any.
They're like Roman Reigns. Yeah. Sorry, little bird. You turned back to life. You are free to go. No, I can't. Me and Colton, we can't do the joke where it's like
he's gone.
Roman Reigns like the WWE God. He like comes down from the rafters like.
Oh, he's all in white. He's freaking logos in gold. Like, his hair's white or blonde. Something. And like we were making so much fun of him. Like he's like every belt he just spears everyone. Just takes every belt.
He takes every single belt. Even if he does.
He just took Oksana's NXT belt. He just took his own Samoa Blood brothers. Can't remember their names. Doom something or Pain.
They're the crap. What are they called?
I can't think.
I know it was like a name that was already been used. I've already heard that name before.
Spear. He took the NXT Championship from Bobby Roode. Spear. Oh.
Yeah, he just goes back into the Raptors. Kind of like the Shawn Michaels entrance. Remember the old like 25 one where he's like that? Like have that, but Reigns with like a white SWAT team outfit, and he's just like, and then whenever somebody tries to fight, he just goes punches them one time and knocked out. And so like make him as OP as they can. It's just
that would make everyone so out. He just comes from the head. Yeah. And he just hits them every time. And it's like 1, 2, 3. Everyone, I think that would catch on, to be honest. I think everyone would be like, "Oh, this is too funny."
Yeah, it was just a little joke that we came up with, but it was Vince, one way to make it humorous.
I swear, if Vince listens to this and he gets one idea out of all this, and he's gonna use one.
Please don't. Please don't. I mean, it'd be hilarious to see, but as far as characters and stuff go, please don't, because then you're gonna have to
like 5 years later, and then we see it, we're like, God dang it, Vince! Why? No.
We already said no. Come on. I mean. I don't know. If it could be funny, then it'd be one thing. But at the same time, I don't want him beating every single person because there's people that don't want to beat him. But
I mean, he already ruined everyone's
yeah, yeah, it's over, guys.
Typical Roman.
I don't know how. But like, I think he can be fixed. For me, I think like they're sort of on the right track with the whole saying a few words and then spear, and a Superman punch. The bad thing is
they need to chill with the Superman punch. He did like 5 or 6 of them.
They need to chill on that. Remember, for a while they stopped doing them. I'm like, is that banned now? And I'm the Superman punch. I'm like, there it is.
No, and then ever since then, I remember I liked it better.
the power thing.
He picked him up. He picked him up, put him like the cross, and he like kind of catch him in the air and like slam him down like
that was a good signature.
I like that signature. That was actually a good signature.
And you're like, well, now you give him the Superman punch. Actually, I heard WWE's gonna get copyrighted for that. By actually mentioning the Superman name, like saying Superman is gonna copyright for that by DC. And I was like,
DC, what? DC has no right. I thought you were gonna say UFC or something. I'm like, really? UFC, really? You're gonna copyright him? Superman punch, really?
Well, they were gonna do that, but then I guess WWE battled back in events. You try to get in a legal battle events, that's gonna be one of the hardest matches you're gonna ever have. Yeah, he won that without from what I've heard.
I'm mad that they sued him for Superman punch. That is the most stupidest thing ever.
And it was almost an official suit. Like they almost got money for it and everything, but I guess Vince battled back, and everything was sort of resolved from that.
Stupid DC.
Yeah.
The DC stupid. All because of Superman's in the name, really?
Like, well, you took our name. That's our character's name. I'm like,
so
dang.
Superman. By the way, Goku beat Superman. Okay.
Yes, I know. I'm agreeing with that because I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. Actually, believe it or not, I do think they have a Superman movie here somewhere. Somewhere.
That's gonna get burned.
The live action movies are good. Have you ever seen live action movies?
No, not planning on. I'm gonna burn anything I see.
They're good. The first two are good. And you got the third movie, which was more of a comedy than anything. You got the fourth movie. Avoid the fourth movie. Avoid it at all costs. Have you ever seen Superman 4? I'll show you one day. Show you how bad it is. But avoid purchasing it because it's horrible.
Anyway, back
to Roman Reigns, the actual Roman Reigns, and talking about.
You just gotta fix it. They fix it right. We'll be fine.
Exactly.
You did.
I think it can be fixed. I think they're on the right track because the only thing that's bad about what they're doing right now is that due to the fact that they're not making up their mind if he's a heel or a face, when he does say 3 words, if technically speaking he's a face, it makes it worse because then it's like, well, if he's a face, he should be saying all this stuff. Why is he saying 3 sentences? Then you can people saying stuff about that. Not to say the same thing. Like, if he's a face, make him say stuff. Don't have him come out and go, "This is my yard," and literally drop the microphone and walk away. Or don't have him come out and go, "Hey guys, I'm gonna fight this person," and that's it. Bye, guys. And it's like he does that. It's like, come on, man, give him something to do. And then most of the time, WWE tries to keep him backstage, or he comes out for a brief moment or a brief match, and then it's like he's gone again. It's like they don't give him much to do, and then they want to put him in the main event of WrestleMania. It's like we're all like, well, you didn't do much with him.
The good thing about Roman though, he knows how to pull his weight in matches, with good players, like a healthy Triple H, a healthy AJ Styles. But he got exposed with Taker, man. Like you could tell he could not pull his weight with that old. No disrespect to Taker, but he was an old man. And basically, I think it was a review I was watching. Basically, he said it flat out. It was literally him putting Old Yeller down, and no one wanted to see that because it was bad. But you fixed Roman by turning him heel, which everyone kind of wants.
Yeah, everybody right now is pretty much saying, "Hey, you make Roman Reigns a heel." I guarantee you, Roman Reigns, if he's a heel, he would be like one of the greatest heels I think of all time.
Right.
Because he's already got so. Can you imagine adding more heat to this fire that's already brewing? I mean, it can't get more intense than the hatred for Roman Reigns.
He comes out and he's like, "I'll give you something to boo for," and he starts flipping everybody off, and he says, "If you guys want to boo, how about you guys get in here, sip your beer, shut your mouth, stay quiet. I'll give you something to boo for because now you can boo me and find new attitude." He just flips off everybody, and he's like, "Boo you, go boo yourself. I don't care what you guys do now." And then everyone just look at each other like, what?
And there's an interesting thing I've heard where Roman Reigns is too much of a powerhouse right now. That's a good thing. Take that. It's a bad thing right now, but keep that and keep the fact that he only says a few words. Change everything else. I think if WWE finally makes up his mind, well, if Vince makes up his mind, and the writers, whoever the freaking writing these storylines, they need to freaking stop because they need to get freaking better at it because these storylines are awful so far. There's a few good ones, but as far as Roman Reigns is concerned, his storylines are usually pretty bad, but especially nowadays. But it's like keep those certain things. But if you would use that and change, like if you would use that and you would also change it to where he is a heel, and if he is a heel, you could have those things. You could have him saying a few words, but dominating everybody, spearing everybody. You could have him going backstage and attacking people. Can you imagine how great that would be if a heel Roman Reigns could do that? I mean, it'd be amazing, man.
Right. Sorry about that.
That was fine.
But yeah, just turning heel basically, like that's all you gotta do.
They've already on the right track. They've got he only says a few words. All right, keep that. He's already attacking people, not really attacking people, but he's dominating people, beating people up and right. Keep that. It's bad right now because you don't make up your mind. Like WWE's not making up their mind if he's a heel or a face. It's bad right now because if he's a face, it doesn't make sense. Right. That's the bottom line. It doesn't make sense if he's a face. If he's a heel, it makes perfect sense why they're doing it. And I was thinking for a little bit. I don't know if I'm the only person who thought of this or everybody else is, but I'm thinking maybe he already is a heel, but he's being treated as a face. But I know it's a far-fetched idea, but you know, to make any other sense of it, that's all I got, guys. To make any sense of to have a face, have him be champion at one time, and or even the U.S. championship, have him be champion as a face and not say anything and attack people, not really attack, but beat people up and right, but not say anything. Like, it doesn't logically make sense for a face. A face is usually somebody who talks, or if he doesn't talk much, he doesn't do heelish things like that. Like, that's heelish stuff to do.
Right.
And WWE's writers right now just can't make up their mind. Like, well, we don't want him to be a heel, but we don't want him to be a face. And Vince, too. Like, they all need to make up their mind because you can't have somebody be a face and be a heel at the same time. It just doesn't work. But would you say, like, some of the bigger, like, some of the moments that have happened for Roman Reigns since our last discussion? Like the Royal Rumble.
Oh, the Rumble what killed me. That was like a half freebie, but that's when I started not liking him. Right there. Like,
that was when I hated Roman Reigns.
I don't hate him, but
the character. Not the actual dude, the character, because the real dude is pretty chill and cool.
But that's when like I got beyond mad. Like they could have had anyone else, and Vince broke the code.
Yeah, the thing that has never changed for like 30 years. And how could you have Roman Reigns come out at number 30 if he already was in a championship match and lost at number 30? I will beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. I will beat him, and I will beat Seth Rollins. I will do that.
It was. Oh my lord.
See, Roman is making me do tongue twisters. Thanks, Roman. I'm just joking now. But yeah, it's just like with that, it's at number 30 coming out. It's like, are you serious, WWE? Are you serious, Vince? You gotta be kidding, Vince? Are you kidding me right now? And I seen that live because Coltin was sharing the video and stuff, and he was watching it. And I was like, okay, I was watching it and stuff, and it was going really good. Like the match leading up to that, I seen clips of them afterwards. Good. Got to the Rumble, started off okay. You had some surprise entrance, entries.
One surprise entrance. Ty Dillinger. Yeah, at 10. Vince, you did terrible.
You had the guy with the umbrella. He's a cruiserweight, but you know he was in Raw's like main roster.
2 surprise entrances, which were not garbage pie and the other guy, but still. Vince, you did a terrible job this year with the Rumble.
No legends.
No, you should have got a legend to come back, just get thrown out, and have that happen. Like we like that. That's the thing we like about the Rumble. You see a legend, you get to watch him one more time. Boom, you get happy. He did not do that, and then at 30, you're thinking, okay, Finn Balor's coming back. He's finally gonna come back in WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, maybe. Donut.
I know. When I heard that music, I was like, "What, dude?" I swear, I think I almost blew out Colton's speaker because that's how loud I was like, "What the freak?" I was like, "What the freak is Roman Reigns doing here?"
This is what I did. I looked and I fell on my bed, and like I was on the top, and I was like, dead.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, "What? How is Roman Reigns here? This is bullcrap, man."
That's what killed us so much.
And then he took out Undertaker. I'm like, "What? What?"
And they did it terrible with the Royal Rumble. They waited to the very end to send out Brock, Goldberg, Taker, and then Roman at number 30. Like,
I know. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
So I'm sitting there. When Brock gets eliminated, I'm like, okay, yes, didn't want that. Okay, Goldberg gets eliminated. Ah, crap, I kind of wanted him to win. And then Taker's in there. I'm like, okay, Taker, you must win. He's got to win this Rumble. Roman Reigns eliminated. For the love of everything, why?
And I was watching that, and like, it was so funny is before that moment, I was like, sort of okay with Roman Reigns. I'm like, all right, just fix him. That's all I ask. Just fix him. He's not really bugging me too much right now. Just fix him.
Dead.
Then when I heard that music, from that point on, I've hated Roman Reigns' character from that point on. And then when I heard WrestleMania, like, well, we got Taker versus Reigns. I'm like, what?
No.
Vince, what are you doing?
Why would you do that before Taker?
And then I heard the match was, I haven't seen it yet, and I heard Colton say that it was, you say it was a good match, right?
It was an okay match.
It was okay. Someone said, people say it was slow.
It was, I'm going to be straight up, it was an okay, but it was terrible. It was terrible. It was
some, from what I've heard, it was slow because, you got Taker in there, and Taker's getting up in age. And, I heard that Roman Reigns was doing pretty awful, too, as far as wrestling goes.
Oh, Lord,
which really isn't usual, especially that box you're talking about.
I can't wait for you to see the box.
Yeah, I want to see it so badly. I can't wait to laugh at it.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Me either. I'm actually I skipped WrestleMania this year, but part of me regrets it because, I'm actually not interested in seeing it. So tomorrow I'm going to check out WrestleMania and we'll do another WWE review, which we haven't done in freaking months. So I know you guys are like, well, why haven't you guys done some WWE reviews? I'm like, well, I just don't really watch pay-per-views anymore. I really don't. The last one I actually seen was from Colton, the Rumble. That was the last one I seen. Yeah, you probably should have. It's probably too late now. But yeah, people are like, well, we already know that.
Well, I think for you, for like the best time to come back is probably during the summer because you can probably.
Oh yeah.
Definitely probably come on my
house. The summer, if it gets better, I'm gonna come back and do some more pay-per-view reviews. I have more time in the summer.
Yeah, we all have more time. Plus, you can easily just be like, "Hey, I'm going over to my friend's house, spend the night, and then you watch it,
do a review,
and then
all right,
there we go."
But it's like when school starts, the bad thing about doing those wrestling reviews is that they were fun.
They just take forever.
And to do that every month was like that.
You watch the pay-per-view till like 11, 12 o'clock, you go to school, and then next thing you know, Raw's here, and you gotta go to 8 to 11, you're like, oh my Lord, help me. And then it's like, oh my, and then you got SmackDown, you're like, oh my gosh, 8 till 10, you're like, kill me. And if you really watch it, you got NXT, so I think probably to what, 7 to 10, or it's not 7 to 10, 7 to
8.
An hour? I thought it was 2.
No, it was at least an hour. I think that's just an hour. Okay, it might be 2 hours.
8 to 10. You're like, oh Lord, help me. And then with SmackDown, you got 205 live afterwards. Like, oh my Lord, help. So you're basically tired, and then Thursday and Friday, you're like, no wrestling, sleep.
Exactly. Like that's the bad thing about WWE right now is it could be a good thing if some of it was good, but there's so much content to watch every week, and it's like I couldn't keep up with that and horror movies.
You're screwed.
And I was like, okay, I want to watch wrestling, but then I was like, well, I gotta watch these horror movies because I want to see them too. It's like, movies are about an hour or too long. Wrestling's like 6-7 hours long, especially when it's WrestleMania.
Especially with this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Freaking till like what? 4?
From
4 to like 12.
No, 4 to like past midnight. I think it was like 1 o'clock. When you texted me, it was almost 1 o'clock. We almost.
So that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, almost 1. That's like 9 hours of wrestling.
I know. That's why I couldn't believe he was watching it. I'm like, and you told me it was still going on. I'm like, it's still going on. It's 9 o'clock. You texted me this at 4 o'clock. You're like, yeah, it's still going on. I'm like, what?
What is this disaster?
So I don't know. I mean, it's a little too long. That's a little too much WWE, but
just fixing. That's all we're asking. And my final words are, I give him a freebie because it's not his fault, but oh well. We'll get over it. I mean, he ended our childhood, but oh well. Vince has done worse.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not too sure about the Roman Reigns future for right now. I know for right now, I can't stand Roman Reigns' character because of what the writers did. And I think he's just becoming...
The writers screw up everything.
Yeah, the writers are making him stale. They're making Roman Reigns boring. They're making him uninteresting. But it's not Reigns' fault. I would say it. I think when it comes to Roman Reigns, like the actual Roman Reigns person...
Future!
That's true. Neville is the future.
He's a Neville fan.
Yeah, he's a huge Neville fan. He loves Neville. He's a big fan of Neville. What about Neville's heel form? I think it's better than his face.
I love his heel form.
His heel is great.
It should have happened. It's kind of hard, though, to make cruiserweights heel because you can't boo someone who does all them flips and turns, and there's a hot Cheeto on the floor right here.
Leftovers from, like, probably a couple minutes ago.
You have hot Cheetos?
I ate them all. Hey, I'm sorry. Hot Cheetos are awesome.
Craving from hot Cheetos. I think I may have some at home. I'll probably eat some of that.
But it's just, yeah, I'd say the same thing. If they fix them, I'd give them another chance. But for right now, if they keep this up to where he's just, oh yeah, whatever, blase, he can wrestle good. His wrestling isn't the problem at all. It's what they've done.
Well, some people
they've done was
that he can't wrestle for everything, which I think is helpful.
Yeah, for me, I think he can wrestle. For me personally, I think I would say he can wrestle. I think his hits are impactful. I don't think anybody else in the business right now can do those hits like he.
You want to know who can't wrestle?
Miz.
How did you know? You know me so well.
I was gonna say, like,
Braun.
I read your mind, man. Read your mind.
And Braun. Braun can't wrestle.
And Braun, he's horrible. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video, and thank you for being in the video. It's been an awesome time. Rediscussing Roman Reigns.
I cannot wait for tomorrow so you see that.
I know, I can't wait either.
So WrestleMania, you get to see WrestleMania and NXT TakeOver.
Yep.
And that was my first NXT TakeOver. I'll be straight up with you guys. And it was good.
Yeah, it's super good so far.
I see what I missed. I'm mad I missed it. I could have been a part of it.
For a while, I'm like, do you watch NXT? Like, no. I'm like, you don't watch NXT? I'm like, you need to. Yeah. It's such a legendary, freaking awesome wrestling show. I'll say that though. That's the only WWE product I'll watch from here on is NXT.
Well, you gotta watch the pay-per-view.
And it's only an hour long. I mean, I know, but the pay-per-views are like once a month. Like, as far as the show goes, it's only an hour long. And I'm like, heck, I got an hour to spare.
Since Matt and Jeff are back, they're gonna be making figures of them.
Well, yeah, but you know,
I'm getting the Jeff Hardy Elite when it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get any elites. I would probably try it if I could find some, but you know.
Oh, do with the Jeff Hardy, you gotta get it. It's
very rare.
They only made one before he left.
That was the 2010 one.
That was when he won the WWE Championship. And that thing is the most hardest thing to find. If you find it, they're overpriced for like a lot of money. I've seen one person have it, and he has it on a stand that he doesn't play with. I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, but anyways, guys.
Jeff Hardy Elite.
Yeah, thanks for watching the video, and thanks, Cole, for being in the video. It was an awesome time.
Indeed.
And we will see you guys in the next video. So be expecting 2 reviews tomorrow. One on WrestleMania 33 and one on NXT TakeOver. Anyways, guys, I am the Explorer 4, Horrorboy465, and y'all have a very chill day. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. And the Explorer 4 out.